Hello there, my name is Sharalee and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be doing some hair together. I don't know about you, but this quarantine, among many other struggles that it has produced, one is for those of us with a pixie cut, not being able to get in for our regularly scheduled haircuts. I feel your pain. Our hair is getting really overgrown and there is that temptation to just throw your hands up and go, oh well. But I'm gonna show you a couple of tips that you can employ to still get your pixie to kind of still look cute and edgy, because as states are reopening, I am sure you're still gonna have a little bit of time before you can get into the salon, and many of you might be needing to return to work. So what are we gonna do with our hair? All right, so I'm gonna show you a couple of tips that I have been doing, and then I'm also gonna share with you some new products. One is going to be brand new to me today. So we're gonna have a little bit of fun with some new products as well. So I washed my hair today with a new purple shampoo. I just got this yesterday from Sephora. It is Amika Bust Your Brass Cool Blonde Shampoo. And I have to say, this smells amazing. And the subscriber that recommended this to me said this one does not dry out your hair, and she is absolutely right. When I got done rinsing this out, my hair was soft. It was not like straw-like. So really impressed so far. We'll see what it looks like when we blow dry it. I also did apply the DP gloss treatment. This is just the sheer transparent one. So I wanted to add a little bit of extra shine to my hair. And so now we're gonna go ahead and get started. I'm going to towel dry my hair and then we'll apply some products. As I'm combing out my hair, I can tell that my hair seems to be nice and cool blonde. Forgive me, I don't have my black background up today because it was just a little too much to finagle and get that up for today. So I thought, since this isn't a real serious kind of a tutorial, you'll let it slide. So I'm gonna go in first with my standard Catwalk Root Boost, but I am only going to use this in a couple of spots. So if you have an undercut pixie, which means you have this under part that has been shaved and it's growing out, you know that these sides are really starting to get puffy. So I'm only going to put this right here at the crown of the hair. And then, okay, so my hair is cut to go over to my right side. So I'm gonna do something that seems a little crazy, but I'm gonna put a little bit right here, but we are actually going to end up parting the hair going the other direction. So I am also going to put a little bit right here. I am going to use a little bit of Moroccan Argan oil. Almost done with this bottle. And I'm just gonna work this through just to make sure that we have a decent amount of shine in our finished style. So if you can see right now, my back is, the hair right here, this was shaved to about 1/2 inch. So it is at least 1 inch in length, if not longer. And I have already trimmed my bangs now twice in the last 5 weeks. So at least this part isn't super long, but the rest of it you can see is really long. So what do we do? All right, my favorite thing I have been doing right now is I have been finding it helpful to style it on the opposite side that is cut to go on. So instead of styling it this way, I'm going to style it this way, and I'm actually going to blow dry it that direction as well. So let's go ahead and get started with the blow dryer. right after finishing blow drying, I just want to show you where we're at. So by going over to this side, it is helping kind of bring some of that length over here. And then you can see where we're at right here. You saw me kind of fluffing up this back portion right here. You can use your round brush there if you feel like you need to. But on the sides, I was trying to help this little cowlick here kind of get it going in the right direction that it's supposed to. And so now I'm going to take my flat iron and just go through a few little sections. So I'm kind of just playing around a little bit with this back because it's long, but it's not quite long enough to fully spike. So I've just kind of been letting it do its own thing, kind of doing a little bit of a tousled look back here. So I'm just going to kind of bring my flat iron through a few sections there. And then here, because I blow dried it going this direction, and you saw me really pulling this over, it's gonna help this hair kind of stay going this way. But what I'm gonna do is just take the flat iron through the top here, and then I am going to do a little twist here in the front. Okay, so you could do what I did in the last tutorial. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. You could definitely flip this up right here, but I think I'm just gonna let this is falling rather nicely over to the side, so I think I'm gonna just go with that. But I am going to just kind of take a couple of sections and I'm just twisting it back a little bit. So it gives it a little bit, it breaks this up just a little bit. So it's not like a solid, just smooth kind of line there. You could leave it like that if that's what you want, but I'm trying to create a little texture where there really isn't much. So, and then here again, I'm just going to kind of put this over to the side here. Okay. And then right here on the side, I really don't feel like I need too much. Just do a little work there. And again, I'm going to separate this with the product that I'm going to put in next. So I am using another new product today, and this was recommended by one of my subscribers, and it is the Bumble and Bumble Sumotech. I've not even tried this, so you all get to come with me on my first impression. All right, so this is what it looks like. It's a pretty small jar. I don't know, let's see how many ounces. 1.5 ounces, so it's not a lot of product. Let's see. It is definitely softer in texture than my Enjoy Dry Wax. And it has a little bit of a scent. Not too bad. It's a pretty much kind of a neutral scent, so it's not girly or too manly. Yeah, there is a little bit of spice in there of some kind. All right, so putting that between the fingers. And now let's just see what this does, okay? So I'm feeling like that's drying pretty quickly. You know my Enjoy Dry Wax is my favorite ride or die, so it's gonna take a lot to change my mind about that product. But so far, it is one of those products that seems to be drying down pretty quickly. So the Enjoy Dry Wax, what I love about that is it remains pliable for enough time for you to be able to position your hair before it dries, but we'll see what we can do here. All right, and then I'm gonna take a little more, and let's just have a little bit of fun back here with this back portion. I'm just going to go through, and then I am going to kind of comb it towards the center. And in a moment, we'll kind of fine tune that. Okay, and then what I'm doing here on the sides, so rather than keeping it going out like this, because that's the direction it wants to go right now, is I am now going to rub some of that product in, and I'm going to comb from about this part right here forward, and then I'm going to kind of push this section back. so that it looks slimmer here, because otherwise, I know I've had those days, you look like a mushroom top, or as one of my subscribers says, you walk around like a Q-tip. You got this big old bouffant, and that's what we're trying to prevent. So now I'm gonna go in with the Instant Freeze Hairspray by Aussie and just kind of set this front in place. And then right here, again, just kind of look forward, and anything that's like sticking out like this, just tuck it back. And then in the back, I'm just going to kind of roughly kind of piece through this. On the top, again, I need to break this up because otherwise it's just kind of looking like it's straight across there. So I'm going to just kind of break up any sections of hair that look like they're clumping together. Just kind of divide and conquer and twist the ends and through the back. Again, I'm just taking my kind of fingers through it roughly. Okay, and then the final thing I'm going to do, and this depends on how long your sides are right here. My hair is kind of at this odd length right here where it wants to like just sit right there in my ear. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of that Sumotech and I'm going to just kind of paste that down. Kind of sounds funny, huh? Right? We're gluing our hair down, but it's true. But nobody will know. And actually that worked pretty well. So then it looks like your ear, it's nice and clean over your ear. And then we're gonna do a little bit of that in the back right here, because I have purposely not cleaned up my neck edge because I know some of you, that's just not possible for you to do. So I wanted to show you a couple of options in the meantime. So I'm just taking a little bit of that through this bottom part. Any place where you feel like it just looks like it's kind of laying funny, just put a little bit of product through there. All right, so I took my camera back to my back room so we have a little more light so you can really see the blonde highlights and just how, by the way that I styled it, it makes it look a little more textury. So here is our finished look. And by kind of roughing up the back and then cleaning up the edge right here, it looks kind of like I've just been to the salon when I'm overdue. So I hope that you found this helpful and it maybe gave you a couple of ideas of something different you can try. Again, we're all just being creative, and for me, it's kind of a week by week basis. So this week, this is how my hair is styling best over to the opposite side. We shall see what next week brings. Thank you as always so much for watching. Be sure you're subscribed, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.